What if I told you that in 2025, the ocean revealed secrets so strange that even the world's best scientists had no answers? From giant creatures that don't fit into the tree of life, to ecosystems that run on rules we've never seen before, this year has shattered everything we thought we knew about the deep. This isn't just discovery, it's mystery. It's the ocean reminding us that we still understand almost nothing about its alien world. Chapter 1, The Hidden Ocean Superhighway, a global migration mystery. For decades, scientists believed the deep sea was isolated, dark valleys separated by endless plains. But in 2025, researchers discovered the opposite. The deep ocean is connected by a hidden biological superhighway. A groundbreaking study examined DNA from nearly 3,000 brittle stars, collected from 48 museums worldwide. The results were shocking. Brittle stars separated by entire oceans. Creatures living off Iceland and Tasmania shared more genetic similarities than species living just a few hundred miles apart in shallow waters. In other words, these fragile, starfish-like animals are somehow migrating across entire oceans, creating invisible links between ecosystems that should be completely cut off. How? That's the mystery. Brittle stars don't have fins, wings, or even strong swimming muscles, yet their yolk-rich larvae seem able to survive for astonishingly long periods, drifting on slow, deep-sea currents. It's like an underground highway, a hidden bloodstream connecting the planet's most distant places. Dr. Tim O'Hara, lead researcher, described it best. You might think of the deep sea as remote and isolated, but for many animals on the seafloor, it's actually a connected superhighway. But this raises an unsettling question. If brittle stars can move across the world unseen, what other creatures are secretly connected by this invisible network? And could the deep ocean be far more unified than we ever imagined? As if that wasn't enough, the very next mystery flipped another assumption upside down, revealing thriving ecosystems in places where scientists were sure life could not exist. Chapter 2, The Deepest Chemosynthetic Ecosystem, Life Where It Shouldn't Exist. In August 2025, Chinese scientists using the Fendoge submersible made a discovery that left experts stunned. An entire chemosynthetic ecosystem thriving at 7,000 meters deep in trenches between Russia and Alaska. At those depths, sunlight has never existed. Nutrients are scarce. Temperatures hover just above freezing. According to everything we thought we knew, ecosystems like this shouldn't exist. And yet, there they were. Clam colonies and tube worms, living communities driven not by sunlight, but by methane seeping from the sediments. Even stranger, sediment samples revealed high levels of methane where scientists expected almost none. The microorganisms here seem to be running a brand new process, converting organic matter into carbon dioxide, then into methane, a biological pathway no one had ever recorded in the deep sea. Professor Andrew Sweetman called the discovery mind-blowing, suggesting that methane-driven ecosystems could be far more common in the Hadal zone than we imagined. Think about the implications. If entire ecosystems can survive in methane-powered darkness at the edge of Earth's trenches, then maybe life isn't just tougher than we thought. It might be almost impossible to stop. But while hidden highways and methane worlds are strange enough, the next discovery stunned scientists for a completely different reason, because sometimes the ocean reveals creatures so bizarre they break every rule of biology we've ever known. Chapter 3, Bathydevius, the mystery mollusk that breaks all rules. For over 2 decades, marine biologists were haunted by a ghost. First spotted in February 2000 at 2,600 meters deep, the strange creature swam into camera frames, baffled researchers, and then vanished back into darkness. Again and again it appeared. More than 150 sightings over 24 years, yet no one could classify it. Finally, in 2025, the enigma was named Bathydevius caudactylus, or the mystery mollusk, but the name only deepened the mystery. This bizarre animal looks like a sea slug from another universe. It floats through the midnight zone with a giant gelatinous hood shaped like a cape. From its back extends a paddle-like tail with glowing finger-like projections, which it can detach to distract predators. Tiny bioluminescent lures drifting independently in the blackness. Its hunting method is equally alien. Bathydevius doesn't graze like most nudibranchs. Instead, it snaps its hood shut like a Venus flytrap, engulfing prey in a move unseen in any other slug. When it was finally filmed glowing in the deep, the control room of Monterey Bay Aquarium Research Institute erupted in awe. The sight was truly captivating, recalled Dr. Stephen Haddock, and yet scientists still cannot explain its origin. Where did this creature come from? How did its detached glowing appendages evolve? What role does it play in its ecosystem? Bathydevius is not just a new species, it's a living question mark. But if mystery mollusks challenge our idea of classification, the next discovery goes even deeper, literally unveiling entire ecosystems hidden beneath the ocean floor itself. Chapter 4: Life Beneath the Ocean Floor, the Subsea Floor Underworld. In 2024, researchers drilled into the seafloor near hydrothermal vents, expecting lifeless rock. What they found instead was astonishing, an underground labyrinth filled with living animals. Beneath the crust, inside fluid-filled volcanic cavities, entire communities of life were thriving. Giant tube worms stretching 10 feet long, bristle worms, and even snails crowded into chambers just beneath the vent structures. Dr. Sabine Gullner described the moment with awe. To our knowledge, this is the first instance of discovering animal life within the oceanic crust. Think about that, not above the seafloor, not in the sediments, but inside the crust itself, in places where boiling fluids mix with volcanic rock. It's a place no one thought animals could survive. Temperatures soar, chemicals would kill most organisms instantly, and there is no light at all. Yet here, life not only exists, it thrives. The discovery forces scientists to ask unsettling questions. How did these animals get there? Are they born beneath the crust, or do they migrate down from the vents above? How do they withstand such brutal chemical extremes? If animals can survive inside solid rock, then the boundaries of habitable environments are far wider than we thought. It hints at something even more profound. Life may not just exist on the surface of Earth or its oceans, but deep within the planet itself. And if the subsea floor can hold surprises, what happens when entire regions of the seafloor erupt in new life? In 2025, that's exactly what scientists discovered off the coast of New Zealand. Chapter 5: The Bounty Trough Explosion. 100 plus new species. In weeks stretching 800 kilometers off New Zealand lies the Bounty Trough, a vast underwater depression. In early 2025, an expedition sent there returned with something extraordinary. Over 100 new species discovered in just 3 weeks. The expedition hauled in a dazzling array: new corals, sea cucumbers, tiny crustaceans, and at least 3 completely new species of fish. Some were familiar in form, others looked alien, and at least one could not even be classified into any known category. Professor Alex Rogers, leading the ocean census team, called it a great haul. Biologist Sadie Mills admitted, "We've even got at least one creature which we're not really sure what it is." This wasn't just biodiversity, it was biodiversity condensed into one hot spot. Why the Bounty Trough? What makes this region so explosively rich in unknown life? Scientists suspect it may be a confluence of nutrient-rich currents, unique geological structures, and isolation that allowed rapid evolutionary branching. But the truth is, no one knows. The fact that a single expedition revealed over 100 new life forms proves a larger point. The majority of Earth's biodiversity may still be hiding in the ocean, waiting to be discovered. From a ghostly mollusk to an underground underworld to a biodiversity explosion, 2025 has rewritten our map of the deep. But the ocean was just getting started. The next discovery stunned the world. Not in a lab, but in the waters off Thailand, when divers encountered a creature that defies all logic. Chapter 6: The Massive Thai Sea Creature. The Unidentified Giant March 2025. A routine dive off Koh Tao, Thailand turned into one of the most shocking marine encounters of the century. Divers descended expecting coral, reef fish, maybe a turtle. Instead, they came face to face with something so large, so alien that marine biologists still can't explain it. The creature, caught on video, dwarfed a whale shark. Its elongated body shimmered with glowing markings that pulsed down its sides like living neon. Along its body trailed what looked like tentacle whiskers, gently sweeping the water. And then came the eyes, massive, intelligent looking, tracking the divers with apparent curiosity. The first witness, Ella, a diving instructor and photographer, described it breathlessly. It had glowing markings, whiskers like tentacles, and eyes that felt almost human in their curiosity. The encounter lasted only minutes. The creature approached, hovered in the water as if inspecting the divers, then vanished into the blue depths. No known species matches the description. It isn't a squid, nor a whale, nor any giant fish in our records. Dr. A. Foolings of the University of Thailand admitted, either we've discovered a completely new species, or the kraken is real. Theories abound, a yet undescribed cephalopod, a giant eel-like fish, or perhaps an entirely new branch of life. But the truth is simple. We don't know what it is, how it grew so massive, or how it produces its bioluminescent patterns. If the oceans can still hide giants larger than whales, what other predators stalk the darkness unseen? The next discovery revealed that one of Earth's most mysterious sharks has a hidden power. It glows. Chapter 7, the giant bioluminescent kitefin shark, nature's largest glowing predator. When most people think of glowing fish, they picture tiny creatures, the anglerfish's lure, lanternfish drifting in schools. But in 2025, researchers discovered something shocking, a shark nearly 2 meters long that glows like a living lantern. The kitefin shark, Dilachius licha, previously known as a deep-sea predator, was confirmed as the largest bioluminescent vertebrate on Earth. At 1.8 meters long, it is not just glowing, it's hunting while glowing. Expeditions off New Zealand's Chatham Rise revealed the shark's secret. Its belly and fins are covered with photophores, specialized cells that emit blue-green light. The wavelengths range from 455 to 486 nanometers, creating a ghostly aura in the deep. The mystery is how it works. Scientists ruled out bacteria or the usual chemical reactions known in smaller glowing animals. Instead, it appears the shark has evolved a completely unique, internally controlled light system. But why? Smaller glowing fish use light to lure prey or communicate, but a glowing predator nearly 2 meters long? Its evolutionary advantage is unclear. Perhaps it uses its glow as camouflage, blending into faint light from above. Or maybe it signals dominance in the pitch-black realm. Whatever the reason, it overturns our assumptions. Until now, scientists believe bioluminescence was an adaptation of small, fragile creatures. The kitefin shark proves otherwise. Even apex predators can harness light, but predators aren't the only ones evolving strange powers. In 2025, tiny shrimp revealed that even eyesight in the deep is stranger than we imagined. Chapter 8, Deep Sea Shrimp Vision Revolution, Eyes for a World of Light and Darkness. In the deep, sunlight never reaches. For centuries, scientists assumed vision here must be limited, crude, almost useless, but a 2025 breakthrough proved the opposite. Some shrimp in the family Oplophoridae have evolved vision so advanced it borders on science fiction. Florida International University biologist Danielle DeLeo discovered that these shrimp possess a wide variety of opsins, light-detecting proteins in their eyes. Unlike most deep-sea animals, which are sensitive only to faint blue light, these shrimp can detect a spectrum of colors, including the many shades of bioluminescence around them. Imagine navigating a world not of sunlight, but of living stars. Tiny flashes, pulses, glows. These shrimp don't just see light, they see the language of light itself. Even more astonishing, shrimp that migrate to shallower waters have a greater variety of opsins, showing rapid adaptation depending on their depth. In other words, they can evolve their vision in response to changing light environments at remarkable speed. This raises haunting questions. Do they differentiate between their own glow and the glow of others? Can they interpret the bioluminescent signals of neighboring species? If so, their vision is not just for survival, it's for communication. Dr. DeLeo explained, understanding how different light sources impact vision in present-day species can illuminate their past influence on early animals. But what she didn't answer is this: are shrimp just passive observers, or are they participants in a deep-sea conversation of light we can't yet understand? From giants that defy classification to sharks that glow and shrimp that see in impossible ways, 2025 has been the year of unanswered questions. But the most staggering mysteries are still to come, because when scientists looked closer at microbes and light itself, they discovered that the deep ocean may run on rules we haven't even begun to write. Chapter 9, 89% unknown microbial life, the invisible majority. When we think of discovery, we imagine giant creatures, but the most shocking revelation of 2025 wasn't massive or glowing, it was invisible. Deep in the Mariana Trench system, researchers using the Fenduge submersible collected samples from sediments at nearly 11,000 meters. What they found stunned them. 89.4% of all microbial species in those samples were completely unknown to science. In total, over 7,500 species of prokaryotic microorganisms were identified, with the vast majority never described in any scientific record. These organisms thrive under pressures 1,000 times greater than at sea level, in temperatures near freezing, in chemical conditions hostile to most known life, and yet they flourish. The mystery is not just that they exist, it's what they're doing. What roles do these hidden microbes play in deep sea food webs? Are they producing energy in ways we don't understand? Do they influence global carbon cycles, quietly shaping the climate of Earth from miles below? Some scientists now suggest that microbial life in the deep may hold entirely new biochemical processes, tools for medicine, technology, even space exploration. Others believe they may resemble the first forms of life on Earth, relics from billions of years ago. Either way, the message is clear. The deep ocean is still a frontier, and its smallest inhabitants may be its most powerful. But while microbes write hidden codes in silence, other creatures broadcast messages loud and bright through one of nature's most mysterious languages, light. Chapter 10, Synchronized Bioluminescent Communication. The light language. Over 75% of deep sea animals can produce light, but in 2025, scientists documented something that pushed bioluminescence from survival trick to possible language. In Toyama Bay, Japan, millions of firefly squid gathered, flashing in perfect synchrony. Entire stretches of the bay glowed electric blue as if stars had spilled into the sea. Waves of light pulsed, rolled, and rippled, patterns so coordinated that they seemed choreographed. Dr. Yoko Yamamoto, who has studied the phenomenon for over a decade, described it. It's not random, it's communication, a dance of light that serves multiple purposes, attracting mates, warning predators, confusing threats. It's like watching millions of stars performing a symphony. But how do they do it? That remains unknown. There is no central control, no conductor, and yet millions of individuals synchronize as one. Some theories suggest chemical signals in the water trigger mass responses. Others propose that each squid responds to flashes nearby, creating chain reactions. But none of these fully explain the precision, the patterns, or the sheer scale of the displays. The idea that light is not just decoration, but language changes everything. What if deep sea creatures are engaged in conversations we cannot decode, sharing information, coordinating migrations, even forming societies beyond our comprehension? It's not just about squid. Scientists suspect synchronized bioluminescence may be widespread, hinting at a global light-based network of communication in the deep sea, a hidden internet of flashes and glows connecting creatures across the planet's last frontier. And so we arrive at the deepest mystery of all. What if the ocean operates on rules entirely different from the rest of Earth? What if we've only just opened the door to a hidden world whose logic we barely grasp?